From Nikocado to Only Use Me Blade, it's expectable to watch somebody spiral down their own completely self-destructive behavior from a distance. Looking at the comments of Nikocado especially, you can see multiple people talking about how they use his videos as a warning to themselves as what they could end up as someday. Similarly to Blade's alcohol abuse and the resulting health problems he shows to the public on his live streams. But odds are, you saw these people after their fall. I'm going to go over the history of Ethan Ralph, who has been going off the rails since I first saw him in 2018.
Do I look 5'1", bitch?
Have you ever engaged in homosexual acts with men, Elijah?
Get out before you get hurt.
Ralph and Mel just tweeted about you. No fucking way.
Now, putting the Ralph retort on the side for a minute.
Poke his belly. What? Poke his belly. Why don't you fucking do
Whoa, shit!
He's never had a job.
Ethan Ralph versus Audentum.
Meet Ethan Ralph, born September 20th, 1985 in Memphis, Tennessee. Best known for hosting the Killstream prior to his recent events, where the equivalent of an online Jerry Springer with reoccurring guests come in and yell at each other. But add some guests along with their drama and you're always in for a good time. One of the best examples being the 170th episode where the YouTuber Mundane Matt got exposed for false flagging. A single moment that ended up putting the Killstream on the map.
Look at all those tabs!
I have a lot of tabs open, but I have...
Thanks for reporting!
That one... But nothing on...
Now, wait a minute!
Nothing...
For more context, you can check out my video on the Mundane Matt situation, and I highly suggest you do if you're unfamiliar with the topic, as we're going to start right after the fall of Mundane Matt in August 2018. But if you're not really interested, I did make a short clip that should tell you everything you need to know.
Now wait a minute, Matt! No!
I am sorry that I flagged him.
After the Mundane Matt stream, Ralph had arguably the biggest show when it came to internet Bloodsports. Ralph might have had a lengthy criminal history, including assaulting a police officer, disorderly conduct, and more, but he wasn't all bad. On September 29th, 2018, Ralph hosted what he called the Heel Stream, a live stream where all donations and money made would go directly to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital, a non-profit children's research hospital that focuses on children with leukemia and other cancers. St. Jude's doesn't charge families of the children staying there a cent, and even goes as far to pay for their travel and food expenses, all sustained by donations. Raising over $26,000 American in a nearly 7-hour stream featuring 21 guests, the Heel Stream was an absolute success by any sense of the word. All seemed well until the Wall Street Journal hit.
Wall Street Journal is back at it again.
As we said, we raised about $27,000. And as of Friday, as of a couple days ago, YouTube forcibly refunded all of that money to all the people who donated it because our stream was deemed hate speech.
On November 2nd, 2018, the Wall Street Journal had written an article about the Heel Stream, talking about how some of the super chats, a type of donation where the streamer will read out loud on stream, were offensive. The Wall Street Journal's journalist, Yori Ko, had written an article dubbed Hate Speech on Live, Super Chats Test YouTube. It's important to know that none of this was said by Ralph himself, and the Wall Street Journal had pressured YouTube into refunding all of the money that would have gone towards helping the kids. The YouTuber Optimus explains the situation best in his video.
They literally attacked children dying from cancer. I'm not making that up. This is not a meme. I know they're very protective over what's said and jokes and memes and stuff, so no comedy today in this one. The Wall Street Journal is literally taking money from children dying of cancer because they didn't like a YouTube stream.
The hashtag Wall Street Journal kills kids popped off on Twitter after this, and for good reason. Wall Street Journal literally took money from kids with cancer and likely affected screening tests at the least, and I'll let you use your imagination for the worst. No matter what your opinion of Ralph and Friends is, no one in their right mind would suggest that taking money from a hospital that treats children with cancer for free is right. Washington Times even deleted their article on it after such a public backlash. Ralph had gained an even larger audience from this situation and used it to fuel the next part of his rise.
To elaborate on what Shamir had been saying, Andy Warski is making his way to the cage. His opponent, Tonka Saw, did not show up.
In between the Killstream and the Wall Street Journal incident, something was happening on the sidelines that was going to top anything I've talked about in this video so far. On October 9th, YouTubers Andy Warski and Tonka Saw had started streaming at the same time, which led Tonka into a frenzy, and soon both streamers started simultaneously shit-talking each other live on air. The following is incredibly hard to find videos on, due to both parties deleting old videos that could be used against them, but I'll show what I can. The following video by Dame Pesos goes into the details in full, and I highly recommend watching, but this is a Ralph video, so I'll be quick about it. Tonka started to spread around fake Snapchat logs, claiming that Andy Warski was a pedophile. Once these logs were proven to be fake, Tonka would continue to claim that they were real, while admitting that they were fake in private.
By the way, did you hear what he was saying now, Gator, about him posting those fake Snapchats of me?
Bro, what's his excuse now?
That he thought it was funny and it was a big joke. Fucking hilarious. Accusing me of being a pedo. Fucking hilarious.
That's a great joke, man.
I know, trying to ruin my life.
Even though that's his fourth story change now.
Yeah, I know.
He had challenged Andy Warski to a fight like he had done many times before with others online, but this time something different happened. On October 22nd, 2018, Andy accepted the fight on the condition all profits also going to the St. Jude's Hospital.
He was like, well, I'll fight you, but I need to fight Andy
Fine.
first.
I will fight Tonka.
All right.
I will fight Tonka. Let's plan this. I will do like a January match. Tonka, I will fight you. Okay? I agree to your fight. I will start training now. We'll do it January. Let's say it mid-January.
Tonka immediately tried to back out, claiming that Andy couldn't pass a drug test, he would kill Andy, and even acting like it was just going to be an internet Bloodsports screaming match.
Again, this is typical Tonka Saw tactics. He just changes.
Very loudly.
What he does is he goes.
Oh,
and he'll
Andy
take
wants to fight on a stream. No,
no,
bitch. Andy, I got nothing to say to you.
Oh,
Andy, I got nothing to say. You want to fight?
Oh, he's backing.
All right.
He did say fight.
Yeah.
But on a stream.
Hit me up about that.
It's going to be a stream, though.
Accept it.
It has to be on a stream, yeah. It's got to be
Accept
recorded,
it.
at least. Recorded.
No, on a stream.
Crucial Bunny said in the end, Andy's.
You should blood work
if you're
on,
trying to
that's
get
it.
clean and stuff, you'd probably need a minute or whatever.
Get clean.
It doesn't take that fucking long. Well, he does all kinds of extracurriculars. But that will be the amount of time.
That doesn't matter. They don't test for that. That's not what they're testing for. Nobody gives a fuck if you snort shit up your fucking nose or jab shit into your ass. Nobody fucking cares.
Like Tennessee does drug tests.
No, not down at the fucking amateur level. Not every fucking person. There's no way. It's
Maybe not
just
every
expensive.
person.
After accepting the fight, Andy started training and eating right in order to get ready for it. But even if he didn't, odds are Andy would win regardless. Why? Well, one simple reason.
My name is It's Tonka. How? My name is Where? My name is When? My name is It's Tonka.
This was going to be a fight between a cokehead and a cripple. Andy's been known to do various drugs on stream, and Tonka had a broken neck. That's right, a broken neck. Tonka had to sit in a specialized chair that was dubbed the Iron Buffalo by those following along online. Andy quickly became the fan favorite, and a crusade of Tonka hate went on for months. Now being referred to as Donga, Tonka would be portrayed as a disabled caveman online.
Me dance for super berries. I like the copyright symbol. You got to put that in there. And his table is apparently attached to the fucking wall so the leg doesn't stick on there. From Luke Valentine 01, entitled Yabba Dabba. Yeah, I'm going to full screen this one. Okay. Subs, please enjoy Wheelie Dance. Donga so hungry, needs super berries. What does this say? Donga Tribe 106. Again, it's keeping track of his score. Internet 0. And there's the monthly sub rating going down. The mouse has given up on life. The gym doll is being brutalized. Put a lot of work into this particular one. I don't even know where to start on this.
Even though Tonka had tried to make sure the fight didn't happen, the UFC fighter Tara La Rosa set the fight up between them. Scheduled for January 19th, 2019. I would be lying if I said I wasn't excited for this. Tonka, after challenging people to fights for years online, was a no-show to the only one that was accepted.
So I'd like to welcome to the cage, Andy Warski.
To elaborate on what Shamir had been saying, Andy Warski is making his way to the cage. His opponent, Tonka, did not show up. Apparently 2 internet personalities making a name of the show.
Well, he does have a belt, though. I wonder what it's for.
Making
Dead air. This guy, Tonka has challenged about 50 people online to fight. It's saying he was a UFC champ, MMA, and I was the first person to be like, all right, I'll do it. And he's tried everything in his power to make this match not happen. And I called the bluff, one after another. And you know what? I want to say that I'm not a fighter, but after training for the past 3 months, almost every single day, I respect the fight game. I respect the fighters. I respect the people who come out of here and even get their ass kicked, because I was willing to come out here and get my ass kicked, Tonka. Where you at? I flew from Canada. He lives in Alabama, one state away. Low T Tonka. Where are you?
He had done everything he could to cancel the fight, including changing his legal name so the medicals would no longer be valid, and even sent in somebody else's blood work instead of his own. Tonka's channel died that day, and Ralph was there when it did. Any fans of the morning Kumite that were still around left, either losing all respect for Tonka, or the fact that Tonka deleted everything from his YouTube videos to his Discord. Ralph already had the biggest show, but now he had no competition. Ralph at this point could have coasted the rest of his career on hosting internet fights if it wasn't for one simple comment on the Kiwi farms. Gunt. A simple 4-letter word that spread in no time.
Alright, I'm your host, Ethan Ralph, the Gunt, the one and only motherfucking diabetic Richmond pimp. I've been looking for a bitch that doesn't want a big package.
Songs, a video game, and more have all spawned from one simple comment. Due to pictures of Ralph's belly surfacing on January 18th, 2019, Ralph's belly can be seen hanging underneath his shirt, and the nickname stuck, with the event being dubbed Guntgate.
Hashtag Guntgate. Yes, I am familiar with Guntgate. I've seen you bring it up. I've seen people post it in chat. I understand. You're all very hyped to talk about Guntgate. Guntgate. As for my advice on Ralph to help him get in shape, well, he did when he was in prison. I think it was just to restrict your diet and exercise.
Now, I know people, they have the gunt meme and all that. Definitely true. But I actually lost 100 pounds. I gained about 40 or 50 of those back, but...
By February, a website mocking Ralph's Ralph retort was made, dubbed theguntreport.com. Ralph would begin to ban anybody calling him the name on his Discord and stream, but on March 13th, Andy Warski would take the spotlight again. On March 3rd, Andy and Ralph both moved into a hotel together in a business venture after a successful Indiegogo campaign that raised over $4,000 American, where the two of them and a camera crew would travel America and stream the whole thing, the first city being Miami. Just 10 days after moving in a hotel together, Ralph had destroyed their business relationship and friendship for nearly a year in a drunken rage, when he tried to keep Andy in the room against his will.
And now I have to, jump on a fucking train and start traveling, be a fucking homeless fucking person traveling around fucking America.
So, okay, so you were in the room.
And he wouldn't let me go. He's like, you're not getting the fuck out of here. I'm like, get away from me right now. I'm like, you're holding me against my will. I said that Ralph wouldn't let me leave the room. I packed my bags. I tried to get out of the room. And then he locked the door and I yelled.
So one night, me, Ralph, and Nora are hanging out. We're drinking some beers. I bought a bottle of vodka. We're taking shots, having an amazing night, fun times, laughs all around. At a certain point, when the drunk hit him, he just got like really. Me and Nora were fine though. We're watching television, heading out for some smokes and stuff. Like, she's not a smoker, but she's like, I'll have one cigarette, whatever. But Ralph starts like getting quiet and really like distant. And we could even tell it was very uncomfortable. So he heads into his bedroom and he's on his laptop, which I found out later that he was on Kiwi Farms. So evidently, the people of Kiwi Farms knew that she was over through one of his tweets or something, like a photo or so, whatever the reason everyone knew about this. And someone must have written, Andy is fucking Nora. Which I wasn't. Just gonna say it right now. She's a lovely person, had a great time, very nice to hang out and drink that night. We're in the living room and we're laughing. Haha, I said a joke. Oh, it's funny, right? Ralph comes out of the room. Hang on, just a little bit louder. Ralph comes out of the room like this. And she's standing. We came in from a smoke. That's what it was. We were laughing on the way in from a smoke. We're like, oh, yeah. Ralph comes out of the room and goes in front of her. He's like, you're gonna fucking come into my fucking room or you get the fuck out and die. And at this point, I'm just like, I didn't even know what to do. I was like, I said something like, are you okay, dude? He goes, shut the fuck up, fam. And I was like, whoa, buddy. He gets really close to Nora, like really close. Face to face. He goes, you hear me, bitch? You hear me? You're going to come in my fucking room right now. And she goes, Ethan, what are you doing? He goes, you know what I'm doing. And I went, yo, bro. And he turns, he goes, shut the fuck up. Just yells. And then he goes, so what's it gonna be? A or B? She's like, okay, we can go. She's like, I'll just go. No, she goes, I'll just go. He goes, where are you gonna go? To his mom's house. She's like, I'm just gonna go to your mom's house. She's like, well, I'm coming with you. She goes, no, I'll just get an Uber. He goes, no. It's either I go with you or you go nowhere. And I'm just standing there like, whoa, buddy. Like, what do I do? Do I fight him? You know, like. Anyway, she grabs her jacket and she walks out. And I go, dude, are you good? He walks over to the counter and grabs my bottle of vodka. And he goes face to face with me. And he just goes, this is mine now, faggot. And he like pushes me a little bit. And I'm just like, and he just like literally like fucking a water bottle like this. And I'm looking at him and I'm just like, what are you looking at? Like, all right, whatever. And then he fucking just leaves. Her and him leave.
You might be wondering how that was possible with Andy still in great shape. Well, Andy is a Canadian and could easily get deported if he had attacked Ralph. Tonka's ex-co-host Failure broke down the door and helped Andy leave. Andy eventually returned to the Killstream on February 14th, 2020, nearly a year after the event. The Indiegogo money was eventually refunded due to it being unable to keep its promises. The Killstream used to have two co-hosts that would regularly come on, Gator and Zidane. Zidane was popular with the fans. He was also the one that would find guests for the show and was the one that exposed Mundane Matt. After what we now know was a pay dispute, as well as him looking to leave the internet and focus on a career, Zidane had left the show in spring 2019. With an open spot, a new co-host was brought onto the stream, and that Chad's name was...
Flamenco, are you there? Why can't I hear you, Flamenco? Should I retry it again? Flamenco! Flamenco! What about now, Flamenco? Flamenco, what about now?
Flamenco was a fan that eventually managed to get onto his favorite show, and while I like Flamenco, he was easily the weakest of the hosts. Ultimately, becoming the voice of reason on the Killstream after the Pillstream debacle. No, I didn't say that wrong. The pill stream was one of Ralph's worst moments at the time. On June 19th, 2019, Ralph had started streaming, and from the beginning you can tell that he's absolutely trashed.
The sound is fucked up. Can you hear me? No! Can you hear me now? Oh my god. You said, Ralph, I can hear you. I guess before I fucked it up.
And if alcohol was a regular co-host, then Xanax was the night's special guest. Ralph was heard shaking his bottle of pills. It wasn't long before Ralph went on a tangent about how he didn't want Flamenco on the show and how Flamenco was trying to spill info on Ralph's rampant drug use on stream. While in reality, Flamenco was trying to help him.
So you had a lot of questions from me the other night, and you wanted a lot of commentary from me the other night, but now you don't want to answer. Now let me finish what I was going to say. Now you don't want to answer basic political, internet connections, but you had a lot of questions about my personal life the other night, though, didn't you?
Yeah, off stream.
You'll stream, but you won't say
Off
anything of
stream.
substance. No, not off stream. You started this shit on stream.
No, I made sure everything was off stream, dude.
You went full Dr. Phil on fucking stream. And I'm going to be dead honest with you. You want to talk about spilling tea? I don't give a fuck. I told Gator I just wanted to do the show with Gator tonight.
And I told you, we should do it with Flamenco.
I mean,
well,
I
guess
don't wanna do
what?
this on a live-
I disagreed with that.
Okay, so, do you have a problem with me now, dude? If you want to do this online, we can do it online, but I don't think
you
it's a good
can
idea.
You can do whatever you want to do, but
Okay. So
we'll do it.
Do you have a problem with me now, or what's up?
I mean, you said what you were gonna do. I'm saying, what are you gonna do?
What are you talking about?
You said, do you want to do this now, here or now?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, and then you said, yeah, I'm going to do what I want to do. Well, go ahead and do it.
Do what?
That's what I'm asking, Flamenco.
Yeah, I'm asking what you're...
He didn't have a take on. He didn't have a take.
Yeah,
on
I don't have a take on-
soliloquy because I was trying to manage other stuff at the same time, so I caught part of it.
Yeah, and I'm answering DMs. Yeah.
That's not even.
I mean, we can go into this offline off air if you want, but it's probably not a good idea to do it on air.
Is that what you think?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Well, why don't you test your luck?
Test my luck with what?
Do it.
No, I don't
Do
want to
what?
drag it. I don't want to drag it up in front of people. Dude.
You just
If you have
threaten
a
me.
problem with me, we can take care of it off air.
You just threaten me on air. Why don't you bring it up on air?
When did I threaten you on air?
Ralph, he's not threatening you on air, dude.
You said, "Oh, I don't think it'll be good if it's on air." Well, put it on air.
Yeah, because it's it's
No,
never a good idea.
he
to
said,
air your
"I don't think it's a good idea." What you didn't have a
because
problem with it on
Ralph,
Monday.
Ralph, has it ever been a good idea for any fucking radio show or anything
No,
like that to
of course
air their
not.
fucking dirty laundry
No,
out on
I
fucking air?
agree.
That's
I
what I'm
mean,
trying
that's
to say.
basic. That's basic 101. I'm just saying you
So
didn't
why
have,
are you agitating for it?
because you seem to want it to on, a day or two ago.
It's the exact opposite of what I'm trying to do. But
Dude, he was trying to help you with the stuff, man.
Okay, well,
The Flamenco's not the bad guy, man. It's okay.
Ralph even passes out while his stream is still live and gave us this gem.
It's not true.
Ralph was woken up by his mother to bring her to a doctor's appointment, where what I can only describe as an audible moo can be heard. Ralph was so fucked up that he watched an OBS tutorial live on air because he completely forgot what he was supposed to be doing. The pill stream was an absolute disaster. Mr. Metokur, aka Jim, made a highlight on the situation. Flamenco was told by Ralph to apologize for what he said on the stream, or that he was going to be off of it for good. In an act of pure chattery, Flamenco said no, and Gator also left the show. Both Gator and Flamenco would eventually come back to become co-hosts again. I could go on about everything Ralph has done, but this video would be impossible to make if I did, so we're going to do a time skip. In August 2020, everything Ralph related went one step further beyond.
Is to go even further beyond!
Ralph started dating a girl named Faith that was around 18 while he was 35. Before that, she was groomed by a streamer that I'm unfamiliar with named Chris Kerr that had allegedly been receiving nudes from her since she was underage. On August 11th, it all came together. MC Jarbo released a diss track about Ralph dating someone that was born while he was 17.
How are you keeping them silent? With a punch to the eyelid or with a knife like I did? Welcome to Club Biden. If it ain't got no training wheels, we ain't riding. Now the takedowns are getting faster. Man, I never thought the student would become the master. Caught a lot of flack because I flagged down Fatsmith, but bitch, you got more fucking flags than an atlas.
Please stand by. Block list low.
So this little spick Dom may put you on the block list, but can't do it better than me. I heard this motherfucker. You think Ralph wants to fuck little kids, but he can't do it better than me. Nowadays.
This was followed by Kerr posting DMs from Faith claiming that Ralph's breath smelled like old tampons and that he had been drunk driving with her in the car, while also supplying her alcohol 3 years before she was legally allowed to drink. Kerr, while streaming that day, received a video from Ralph telling him to open it. Kerr then proceeds to open what some people might call an
Erotic. What?
Erotic! 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 Erotic!
For obvious reasons, I won't be showing this video. I can, however, show the edit of Ralph's belly in the video, as well as a music video that I personally find funny.
Oh, but I gotta think twice before I post this tape today. I know what all the farms will say, cause I sniffed that poo. Oh, but Maker's Mark has fueled harsh emotion. I don't care that there's shit on the floor. Oh, when it comes that gun down with jelly motion. Well, it takes a drunk man, baby, but I'm showing that you're a whore. Cause I gotta have faith. I gotta have faith. Because I gotta have faith, the faith, the faith. I gotta have faith, the faith, the faith.
The next day, on August 12th, a stream now known as The Corn Harvest was hosted by the owner of the Kiwi Farms, No, where he interviewed somebody that lived with Ralph, where she confirmed that Ralph drank every day, never finished high school, or even had a real job, took a handful of clonazepam, a medication used to treat and prevent seizures right in front of her, uses piss jugs on stream, has used meth, and more.
Okay, one more for me. Did Ralph ever talk to you about any jobs that he's had or any actual work that he's done in his life?
Yes, he's never worked.
Never?
Never.
Not once?
Not once.
He's never even had like a fast food job in his teens?
Nope.
You're gonna be fucking kidding me.
No, he's never had a job.
But he's proud of it, isn't he?
You know, I don't know if he was proud of it, but I mean, he did tell me it was.
Yeah.
I guess it was kind of a flex that, you know, hey, look at what I'm doing now, never having had a job. I don't think he finished high school.
What?
I don't think he did. No, don't quote me on that because I could be wrong, but I don't think he did.
Like, is he just drunk throughout the entire day?
I think on a normally, yes. I think he was trying really hard not to drink so much around me. The times that I saw him really put him back was during his show. He's really unable to do his show without drinking.
But did you find the Xanax bottle? Did you?
Did
he
you
take his mother's medicine?
Well, it's funny because I get a prescription for Klonopin, a small amount. I'm not a benzo addict or anything like that.
Oh, boy.
But no, it's a prescription, and he got into my prescription. I gave him a few.
Oh, no.
And
no, it's true.
Thinking that he was gonna take them over a period of time. But no, he just swallows the whole handful of them.
Oh, bro, he probably has bars. He probably has tons of bars. Yeah, it's true then. So that night when we heard the bottle shaking, he was dropping probably benzos or like you said, Klonopin or probably Xanax.
Toilet and go back out and get in the road. They just have an old jug and they put their bird in it, have a pee, cap it off, and once it's full, they just drill the fucking thing out in the highway.
On August 14th, Ralph had claimed that he was hacked and gets swatted by the Richmond police. August 17th, Ralph starts lashing out at his audience while Kerr got his shit kicked in by his dad after finding out his son was grooming an underage girl online. On the same day, Ralph showed his interest in a girl that was a self-proclaimed pedophile named Pedo Pantsu.
But Ralph had made a new mortal foe. Meet Matthew Vickers. Faith's father, only 9 years older than Ralph, and also the same man that told Kerr's father about his escapades. Mr. Vickers was understandably not pleased with his daughter's decision of getting with Ralph. On July 28th, trolls had sent him messages online about how his daughter was banging Ralph, and Mr. Vickers would go on Twitter to launch his rightful crusade against him. On July 31st, Faith had lied about her father abusing her, while those watching the spectacle noticed that Faith was showing signs of meth use due to her teeth. On August 19th, Mr. Vickers revealed that Ralph told him the couple weren't trying to get pregnant, but also weren't using protection, and went to the police for the revenge porn that Ralph had uploaded. One day later, Mr. Vickers created aborttheretort.com, a mockery of theralphretort.com. On August 21st, Mr. Vickers even tried to buy Ralph's house from his landlord. Ralph again would tell Mr. Vickers how he had no intention of not getting Faith pregnant, and on September 21st, Ralph uploaded a picture of Faith's ultrasound showing she was pregnant with Ralph's first child. On September 26th, 2020, after months of Mr. Metokur quitting live streaming after his cancer diagnosis, another channel named Kill All Pedos used old audio clips of Mr. Metokur to make an expose video on Ralph.
I should have done this a long time ago. How have you been? There's been so many interesting things happening lately. Oh, dude! What's the matter? You can already see where this is going. It's been a long time coming. It's been too long coming. That's right. It's finally happening. This is the Ballad of Ethan Ralph. Buckle up, boys. Here we go. We're going balls deep.
This video was so well done that some regulars on the Killstream, such as Coach Redpill, really thought this was the actual Mr. Metokur mocking them. With Ralph having a kid on the way, most people would start to prepare and make sure that they're ready for when their kid is born. Ralph, however, seems to behave on a warped George Costanza logic, where he must do the exact opposite of what he should. So, what do you think he does next? Well, I really hope you didn't say anything nice, because Ralph managed to turn December into an absolute disaster. Ralph and Pedo Pantsu, or Amanda Morris, were in a secret relationship for... I think that Amanda deserves an introduction of her own. Amanda is a self-proclaimed pedophile.
Okay, look at this. I'm gonna teach you guys. This is Shauna. Then they would definitely have a big problem with the fact that I'm a fan of lolly drawings.
That was in a relationship with another streamer named Digibro.
But you are self-professed, what is it, Lolicon fan?
Yes.
Does that mean that, what does that mean?
It means that I am a huge fan of illustrations of little girls.
Oh.
Amanda had found Digibro on a podcast called Mother's Basement. She then developed an obsession with Digibro and tried to seduce him by sending him drawings such as this. Shockingly, this didn't work, so she tried to get in contact with one of Digibro's co-hosts on another podcast named Mumkey Jones, who then set the two of them up. Within 2 months, both of them were living together in Rochester, and a year later, Boston, where the two of them then developed a heavy drug habit, ending when Amanda got thrown into a mental asylum after sitting in the streets and believed that she was a magical girl. When HoloLive announced that they were taking auditions for an English cast, Amanda decided to audition. All she did was put a pair of underwear on top of her head and pretend she was the most boring character alive, including this masterpiece.
Call for my SEO manager. He said, I'd love to play Minecraft. Some of the types of content I do here on the old YouTube passionately, musically performing something. Sliding on a tentacle, rub your raw like school days. Don't pick up the cellular, they'll hack their way into the gate. Wake up in a pool of drool, X marks the girl ablaze. Creepy as I have tons of gaming stream and Let's Play.
Now that we have an understanding on who Amanda is, let's get back to where we left off. Ralph and Amanda were in a secret relationship, but eventually tried to turn two relationships into one with Faith. Here are 3 screenshots of a conversation between Faith and Amanda, where Amanda can clearly be seen trying to push Faith into a 3-way relationship. Ralph and Faith then announced their breakup on December 2nd. On December 14th, on a live stream, Ralph was offered what sounded like either a dab or meth, and Ralph responds positively and smoked the drug with 2 other people.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I do. What do I do? Come over here, buddy. Oh, it's actually going down, right? What? Can I get that picture while it's still going? I love email me, remind me what happened. Hell yeah, I'll do. The Ralph.com. Rise of The Killstream, bro. Can't afford the retort. Yeah, man. Even I can't afford it. Keep going, bro. Never stop, bro. I ain't gonna stop, brother. Thank you so much. So many people.
Ralph was then pictured sitting in a chair looking like the Blueberry Girl from Willy Wonka. In both YouTube comments and the Kiwi Farms, a huge argument went on whether it was meth or dabs. Those on Team Dabs talked about how Ralph was way too obese to be on meth and how his health is so bad he wouldn't be able to physically do it. And Team Meth talked about Ralph's previous meth usage and the fact that this streamer says, "I can't believe I smoked meth with Ralph."
Talk about making love.
There's no fully new bars in Virginia. You at least have it's backwards.
Oh yeah, it's in West Virginia.
Yeah, you have to at
Dude,
least.
I can't believe I smoked that from
Backwards.
Ralph.
It's backwards.
The Ralph retort.
It's still unknown what Ralph smoked that night, but I'm pretty sure his parole officer wasn't pleased either way. Speaking of things that I'm sure his parole officer wasn't happy with, Ralph's banger to the end of the year. Ralph once again got arrested, this time for the revenge porn case of his ex-fiancée Faith, who had filed a police report after the 2 of them had separated. Ralph was released the same day on bail, with a trial the next day. I only just scratched the surface of Ethan Ralph. Believe it or not, this is Ralph in his tamer days. This video is taking a long time to make, so I wouldn't expect another part for a while. Thank you for all my loyal fans for being so patient with me, and hopefully I'll see you soon.